Good evening and welcome. I'm Vincent Makori. This is Africa 54. We begin in East Africa, where a British man accused of helping plan attacks in Kenya was sentenced to 9 years in jail on Wednesday after being found guilty of trying to obtain a fake passport. Jermaine Grant from East London still faces terrorism-related charges in a trial in the Kenyan port city of Mombasa. Prosecutors say Grant has ties to Somali Islamist rebels Al-Shabaab, but he denies the charges. Grant was arrested in 2011 at an apartment in Mombasa and was found with bomb-making materials and instructions on bomb making. Prosecutors say he and several co-conspirators were planning attacks in Mombasa and on Western interests in the region. For more on Kenya's fight against terrorism, Patrick Otieno Lumumba, director of the Kenya School of Laws, joins me via phone from Nairobi. PLO Lumumba, first, how significant is this ruling in the war against terrorism in Kenya?
I think it's a good statement from the judiciary that when there is evidence, individuals will be dealt with in accordance with the law. We have had a regime which does not deal with people firmly. And this has been attributed to the faction that individuals use the judicial process as a means of sanitizing their activities. And I think, and I've had the opportunity of reading the judgment, I think it's very well reasoned. I think it sends a very firm statement, a sound statement, an unequivocal statement that when you are caught, the law will be applied in its full force and splendor to ensure that your activities are curtailed in that way.
Now, this, of course,
a firm statement.
Yes. Now, this looks like a real victory for the legal system. But what do you make of the fact that many feel that there are so many loopholes on the side of security, the ability to identify and arrest those who could be potentially terrorists?
Well, the English saying is that one swallow does not make a summer. So a single case is not sufficient to say that we have what one would call a big bang solution. The truth is that there is a systemic problem which must be dealt with: porous borders, corrupt individuals within the system. And I hold the view that Kenya must have a grand, clear strategy on how to deal with this thing called terrorism. Remember that we have not resolved our problems on the border with Somalia. Remember that the process of radicalization of our young men and women is still going on. Remember that the government is still engaged in what I call knee-jerk reactions to issues relating to terrorism. I hold the view that there is a case for having a very clear method of dealing with corruption, or rather dealing with terrorism, and that must involve the countries in the region. I think there is wisdom involved in Somalia. I think there is wisdom involved in Tanzania, Uganda, and the entire IGAD countries, including Ethiopia, of course, and Djibouti and Eritrea. It is only from that perspective that we can say confidently that we have an effective way of dealing with terrorism in the region. And remember that what is happening on the East African border is Al-Shabaab, that they are mutating. And there are copycat activities when they see what is happening with Boko Haram in Nigeria and Western Africa, and they see what is happening with ISIS and Al-Qaeda. There is the tendency to engage in copycat activities, the effect of which is to undermine efforts that are not properly coordinated.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lumumba, or as all of us like to call you, PLO. Thanks a lot for your insights. Now, Patrick Otieno Lumumba is the director of the Kenya School of Laws.